Hello, I'm Kartik, a Senior Technical Account Manager here at the AWS office in Los Angeles. Today I'm going to show you how to resolve the CNAMEAlreadyExists error when you're setting up a CNAME alias for your CloudFront distribution. Let's get started. The CNAMEAlreadyExists error occurs when the CNAME alias that you want to use is already associated with another CloudFront distribution. There are a few ways to resolve this depending on your setup. First, check if you have access to both the source distribution that already has the CNAME and the target distribution that you want to associate the CNAME with. Open the AWS CloudFront console. In the navigation pane, choose Distribution. Select the distribution you want to associate the CNAME with and note the distribution ID. Next, open the AWS CLI or Cloud Shell and run the list conflicting alias command. In the command, include your distribution ID and your CNAME. If the source and target distribution are in the same AWS account, then you can move the CNAME. First, add the necessary AWS Identity and Access Management permission to move the CNAME between distribution. If the target distribution is a tenant distribution, then you must also have the CloudFront Update Distribution Tenant permission to update a distribution tenant. Next, create a DNS text record to verify ownership of the domain. Then verify that the target distribution has a valid SSL TLS certificate for the CNAME. And finally, run the associate alias command to move the CNAME to the target distribution. In the command, include your target distribution's ID and your domain. If the distribution are in different accounts and you can deactivate the source distribution, then you can use a wildcard CNAME instead. First, add a wildcard CNAME such as star.example.com to the target distribution. Then, update the DNS to route traffic to the target distribution's domain name. Finally, remove the CNAME from the source distribution so that the traffic uses the wildcard on the target. And you can deactivate the source. Then you can simply deactivate the distribution first before you move the CNAME. If you don't have access to the source distribution's account, or you can deactivate the source distribution, then contact AWS Support to move the alternate domain name. If none of these options work, then contact AWS Support for additional assistance. So now you know how to resolve the CNAMEAlreadyExists error when you're setting up a CNAME alias for your CloudFront distribution. Thanks for watching and happy cloud computing from all of us here at AWS.